Yo, 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 welcome to the Crazy Mike Show. About to change the name, about to change the game. We are out here and about here. So, yeah, it is New Year's Eve. This is the New Year's Eve special, and also the pilot and the debut. I made a bunch of videos. I have a tendency of not watching them back and just not liking them, I probably should go into videos with some sort of direction or, you know, script, at least some kind of guardrails, but I just tend to wing it and pray for rain, candy rain. So, yeah, this is the Crazy Mike Show. I'm your host, Crazy Mike. I'm trying to get my way up in this game, yo. I want to be a success. So let's talk about this last year, or at least as it applies to me in my situation. I'm a middle-aged man at this point, which is crazy to say because I don't feel like that, really. And something got to give, man, because things are rough out here, yo. And obviously being an employee, it just ain't the way, bro. You do that, you're gonna do it to the grave, yo. And I'll be completely honest. My work ethic, whatever that really means, is probably not bar none. Meaning, it probably ain't the best or ideal for employers, because there's always standing in between myself and my employer is the thorn that is the fact that I know I'm selling my time for peanuts, pennies on the dollar. Let me prioritize navigating this highway, but I'm going to try to simultaneously talk that stuff. Yeah, we got the Nick. Nick is popping. He's very knowledgeable about. He's knowledgeable about, what do you call that? Foreign. What is that? The official word? Foreign policy. There you go. And all that good stuff. Seems to be a bit quite the history buff. And we got Myron, who has. These are people that cross my feed, my For You page, if you will, For You pages on the platforms I dabble in. Myron has his background in law that he leans on to give his take. So what qualifies me to even be listened to? Well, I guess I want to represent the average schmaverage Joes. That'll be me. That'll be my area, my department. You got this Clav kid who made a little wave or so. Okay, I'm trying to find out where I could fit in this whole in within these characters. So I'll leave that to y'all to define me, I guess, but yeah, since high school, man, it was always like, what are you gonna do? Kind of that question would pop up, and it was like, I don't know, because I could never really pick, like, I just see the vastness. I've always seen the vastness of life, and it's almost like too many options. Like, why commit to just one? But now at this stage in my life, it's like I still feel the same, but I prioritize, you know, happiness, or not even happiness, just at least preference, right? Like, if you're not doing something you actually enjoy, what are you doing? You're slaving, man. Slaving, man. If it's not something for you, you're doing for others, which is, I don't mind doing for others, but in a perfect world, you're doing it for you and others. You know what I mean? Something you like that others like, and that, I guess, is this. You know, I just want to hop on the web and talk my stuff. And I won't reference other videos I've made because I take them all down. But so let me do that and try to stop doing it. But I've mentioned before, even this is like not ideal, like subjugating, if I'm using that word right, subjecting yourself to the court of public opinion. I don't know. It's weird. The internet is a crazy place. It's basically where everybody. It's basically the sideshow, the freak show, where we all go and, like, if we don't comment on stuff, we still, you know, have an opinion. Everybody's got those. You know, they're like anuses. Everybody got one of those or more. And yeah. So even this isn't ideal, but with what's on the table, what's out there, like, yeah, if I could make this pop, that'd be great. And another thing that just seems like everyone comes to my house. Like, I was born here, and I see all these big names. Most of them, if they don't pull up every now and then, they straight up reside here in my backyard. You know what I mean? So I want to talk about foreign policy and our relationship with them boys, as Myron calls them. You know what I mean? I'll piggyback on some of the bigger name stuff. You know, and I'm gonna try to get in the room with them and just be a fly on the wall that metamorphosizes into a beautiful butterfly. You know what I mean? Supposedly clout chasing is a thing. I'm not clout chasing, but you gotta kind of cipher, you know, views and viewers from these boys. And fastest way would be to, like, holler at them. And, you know, I've always kept an eye on these fools, like the whole little squad there. Sneako, Adin's all up in the mix. He's in my backyard here. You know what I mean? He took a big old piece of the backyard I saw too. That boy has a crazy house, man. I'm just trying to have, like, Aiden's garage. You know what I mean? Can I get a little crumb, please? A little piece of the game board? Because if I'm not on the game board, if you're not on the game board, bro, where I'm at, you are, like, in the gutter, bro. You're not even on the bowling the lane, bro. It's bad. So I'm all over the place. I do that time to time. But every now and then, if you pay close attention, I'll drop a jewel. You just kind of got to wait for it. It's like a shooting star. You know what I mean? You'll be like, oh, boom. Then I'll be like, clip that. So, yeah, I got to learn the game, man. This is what I want to do. I can, but I do not, any part of me want to go to some person's establishment and be a cog in their machine, man, which is what I've been doing, and not relentlessly or anything, but, I've been bare minimuming it. All right? I do the least just to get by because, like, I see it as a trap. Like, even if I excel to the top, there's a cap on that. You know what I mean? There's only so well you can do within a company unless you own the company. Feel me? So that's what I'm doing, man. So should we talk about it? Should we talk about them boys? Should we talk about my take on illegals? I mean, you already know more. Maybe you don't. You don't know exactly how I feel about it. And yeah, I'm, you don't want to be. I'm not trying to be political and all that stuff, but it seems like if you have an opinion, the stronger it is, especially people are going to put you in the right box or the left box. So you know what I mean? Conservative, blah blah blah. It's all a bunch of gobbledygook. I should show you this view I'm looking at right now, but should I? Nah, because it'll confuse the whole video. Holy moly. Screeching halt type activities going on right now. But yeah, man. I'm going to stream snipe like... So let's talk about clavicular, bro. Because my sister mentioned him yesterday. So it's just funny that a kid can make a wave and then he falls up on the page, and I don't know. My interest is converting that first falling up on the pages, you know. Then how do I convert that into profit? Turning a profit. You know what I mean? I got to get up in the arena, bro, because I am a gladiator, bro. I don't know exactly what my superpower is, but I got one. You know what I mean? And I'll leave that for you to decide, too, what it is when that time comes. The more I come out of this unknown shell that I've been in. You know what I mean? I just got to put myself out there. And if you like it, good. If you hate it, good. If you love it, great. You know? That's the play, bro. You know, I got all this equipment trying to set up. I've been talking to my best friend about it. I'll introduce you one day, ASAP. But he's caught up in the game too, and he sees it for what it is. He hears me. You know what I mean? He concurs. And we know it's modern slavery, bro. And like, I really feel for my people, you know what I mean? The American people specifically. Especially my generation. But even older generations feel the funk. They feel the flames, bro. Because this thing is gone off the tracks, bro. Damn, this construction looks crazy. This looks like hazardous. I don't know if you can see it behind me. There's all kinds of things getting popped up. Yeah, man. Yeah. The economy is cooked. Everything's expensive. And I'll just say it, man. First video, I'll dox my damn self. South Florida, yo. Obviously, if you didn't figure that out, that's where I'm at. And it's congested. Not only do I got to deal with, and keep in mind, I'm born and raised here. This is my crib. So I've seen it go from, normal rush hour to not even just rush hour, like all the things Nick talks about, all that kind of stuff, which is more norm in Miami because we're a very diverse spot. But, everything has its limits, kind of, Like, I'm smoking I gotta stop smoking cigarettes. Number one, I popped this pimple, so it looks like I got a damn, I don't know, like I took a damn lip ring out. And that thing's been there since like Christmas. Again, it's New Year's Eve. And I snatched my my grandma stopped smoking, so I snatched these girly, pretty funky cigarettes she has. But hey, I need my fix, man. Makes me calms me down. And yeah, so Miami's always been a whatever. Miami's always been a melting pot. Feel me? But now we got some flavors. Seems like it's just too many people, man. It seems like, and if that's the reason, it's got to be the reason. Not only do we have immigrants from other countries, even people that are already United States citizens would come to Miami, and more so as of late because of the radicalization and craziness that's going on elsewhere in the country. People want to come here. But a lot of them, probably the citizens of the country, U.S., probably busted a U-turn and like said, this is too much. But it's too expensive. And obviously, the example I use is like, okay, let's say Miami had 10 houses in all of Miami. There's only 10 houses. And you got 5 people at first. Okay, well now if 20 people come, the owners of those 5 houses that are Miami are going to say, oh, look at all these people that want my house now. I'm going to shoot the price up. And that's not even to go into the whole BlackRock stuff that, I can't break down to a science like other people can. I just feel the effects, I guess, in my wallet when these people want to ask me for rent, all that kind of stuff, man. I just need to make it up out of here so I could flourish and bloom and all that. I need a new tax bracket or whatever. Taxes are trash, but we pay them. Supposedly we should have been stopped paying them folks, because this whole thing is trash. Like, this whole government is nuts. I don't know if I'm going about introducing myself properly or whatever. Like, you don't even know why my name is Crazy Mike. Maybe I should have done that first. I just don't know where to start because I don't know where it ends, bro. But that's random spurts of shit about me in a nutshell and what I think. And I doubt it's eloquently communicated as best as it could be, but it's not even finished. It's just crazy out here, man. Crazy. Like, I need a place to stay. You feel me? I had that for a long time, but every year they want another $100, another $200. Well, here we go, traffic action type stuff. What is this? You know what I mean? It's just getting crazier by the minute out here, it feels like. It's like, how are we supposed to have kids and do all that nonsense? They want us to live. They don't even, like, I keep saying they want us to work 9 to 5. Like I said to my friend last night, talking to him about it. But in reality, they don't want us to do that. They don't give a shit if we do that. Now, do we have a choice? No. Hell no, we don't have a choice. We just got to make the ends meet by any means. And if they keep turning up the heat on this pot, of which we are all frogs inside of, boiling this water more and more, we're going to start, we're already cooking alive. How do we get a place? How are we supposed to think about having children, offspring? Yeah, we could just pop them out, and then what? Have some kids and be up under the bridge because there's no opportunities, really? It is just messed up, man. And I'm not content just being an employee forever, bro. If life is a football game, I'll use the analogy, or I'll use the example my father uses. Like, Yeah, basically at halftime right now. Maybe a little bit into the third quarter, the early third quarter already of my life. So you could do the math with what you will. And yeah, man, I'm late in the game. I don't have a lot of time left. You know, so I got to pick up a skill or a trade or some sort of magic wand, or I'm cooked. I'm already right now. I'm cooked. I gotta uncook. Feel me? And yeah, when Nick told me or put us up on all that, like I'd come across more extreme people who shall remain nameless, because then y'all gonna bunch me in just because I consumed some of somebody's content. You're gonna label me as something when it's just not the case. I just consider everything and believe nothing. Basically, is my kind of my philosophy, my motto, right? But I've come across that problem before. But Nick is more articulate about it, and I don't know. I guess he just makes it more easy to understand, and he's better spoken than others who just explode. He explodes here and there. Pause. No didification, but he breaks it down fairly gently for the layman. You know what I mean? And yeah, supposedly we our taxes go to this other nation, but ours is like a mess, bro. Then we got people. Basically, if the nation or the country is our house, you got people just coming in through the windows, and you got people who's born in your house with you that are cool with it. Like, oh yeah, no problem, because they're too dumb to know that that's the effect that's gonna have on them. You know what I mean? I'm not cool with it. There got to be some checks and balances in place that are upheld, or else what? We just like overflow and like, oh, there's no more fluffing toilet paper. It's just not a mess, bro. This government allowed for COVID to happen, if not made it happen. For their own. Like they were already balling, completely pooping on us as far as like financially and like well offness. But they just say, go ahead, look at the little fishies down there. Let's just throw some more diarrhea on them, and they're gonna have to just figure it out. If they had it their way, we would be in shackles, bro. In shackles, bowing, and you know more than we already are. The other day, I was in traffic. Supposedly, a police officer got hit attending to another. I wonder if that guy survived, but I don't know if he survived or not. Unlikely, but it was at a literal standstill. So it's helping me with the fact that this is going at least 2 miles an hour right now. So yeah, we got the other nation. We looking at we taking care of them, prioritizing them. Got our so-called leader holding hands with Buddy, and like I don't know what the hell's going on up there with those people, but man, this is just a mess on a personal level and on a damn national level, son. I'm sick of it. parted by nervousness. Got one time pulling up. That's the beach patrol. Not too concerned about that. So yeah, man, that's just a little taste of my feelings on where we are as a nation, where I am as an individual citizen, stuff like that. In time, hopefully get into, you know, some philosophy, some ideas, what have you. I'd rather you not be right beside me, 911. Like those people there, man, that's another video probably. But yeah, gotta bulldoze or bogart my way into this scene, yo. I'm gonna try to get on the scene. It's not gonna be easy. Nothing's easy, man. It's gonna cost some time, but hey, time is basically all I got. You know what I mean? I got a few dollars, but it's crazy because a couple years ago I'd have been balling, but the few dollars I got right now mean F all, mean jack squat in this market, in this economy, in this store. You know what I mean? So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share, and I'll try to make a better video ASAP.